myself. I have information to share with you about consciousness and the mind and the fact that we think in pictures. We think in pictures, right? So when I say think of a car, you don't think C-A-R. You see a car in your mind. Whatever kind of car it might be, you see it. When I say red, you see the color red in your mind. Cat, you see a cat. You don't see C-A-T. You don't see words, you see the cat. So when I say think about your mind, what comes to mind when you think about your mind? I've asked a lot of people this, and the general consensus answer that I get when I say, what do you see when you think of your mind? People see a brain. Now, a brain is not a mind. A brain is a brain. A brain is a thinking organism, just like your heart and your gut are thinking organisms. Actually, from all the chakra centers are like thinking organisms in a way. So, what do we get? What do we need to do is have an image for the mind, because if there's no image when you try to think of something, generally there's confusion. So there is a image for the mind. Someone created it. Bob Proctor uses it all the time, and I'm not sure of the name of the guy who invented this image, but here's the image for the mind. This is the genie, and it's like a little person. So you can see, we have our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Our conscious, subconscious, and our body. The conscious mind has our 5 senses. There's actually more than 5 senses, but we'll just use the 5 senses because everybody knows about them. Hear, see, smell, touch, and taste. It's your thinking mind. It can accept, reject, and originate ideas. Because it can reject ideas, it's a filtration. It like filters out ideas that you don't want to have in your subconscious mind, because all the minds that come through your conscious mind go into your subconscious mind. The conscious mind contains 6 intellectual factors: imagination, intuition, reason, will, memory, and perception. These can be strengthened with practice. You can educate yourself on that. All you have to do is look on YouTube or Google, whichever you like, and it's really fun to work with these intellectual faculties. I've learned a lot just by knowing this information. It's great. I swear, check it out. So when information is impressed with repetition, which is autosuggestion, which we'll talk about later on another video maybe, but when information is impressed with repetition and emotion, it is passed on to the subconscious mind. Well, okay. Now we're moving on to the subconscious mind, the emotional mind. It works in feelings. It must accept all information impressed upon it through repetition or emotion. And it cannot tell the difference between reality and imagined reality. So when you watch cartoons, they're violent cartoons or violent video games or whatever, your reptilian cortex gets activated all the time, just like every time you see it, because your subconscious mind can't tell the difference. And that's why we know that a scary movie is on the screen and it can't hurt you, but we still get those feelings. That's because the subconscious mind works through feelings, and you get these emotions. Now, the way the subconscious mind works is it's automatic. It's always playing. Like your breathing is a subconscious activity. Your heartbeat, your blood flowing, the thoughts in your head that are just like always there. Those are of the subconscious mind. They're of what's called a paradigm. A paradigm is a multitude of habits. A subconscious mind is running about 95% of your reality. Conscious mind is about 5%. You put your finger and thumb together, you get the space in between, the little circle. That's about how much consciousness is in action compared to the subconscious programming that we have. Subliminals work because the conscious mind can't filter what it can't see. And the subconscious picks it up. Like if it sees the word sex on something, you're going to be attracted. It's going to get your feelings going, and you're going to be like, oh wow, I like that movie, or I like that gossip magazine. Gossip magazines are the worst for subliminals. Once you learn how to look them up, how to see them, they're really easy to see. You just have to practice. Audio subliminals, not so easy to pick up, but still you could pick them up. So basically the way this works is you have your thoughts. You entertain your thoughts. You practice things. When you practice something, you get better at it, because what you're doing is a repetition of information. You're programming your subconscious so you don't have to think about it anymore, and it becomes easy. It gets expressed through your body because we have a trickle-down system here. The conscious mind trickles down to the subconscious, which is expressed in the body. I'm going to give you a few ideas here for repetition of information you can use with yourself. You can put images up in your house, and these images will affect your consciousness, because we think in frames per second. Every time you see the image, you're getting a download. It's a repetition of information. You can listen to music. You can do rituals. You can use affirmations. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. There's a lot of ways to influence your subconscious. There's even subliminal messaging. You can do conscious subliminal messaging. Just look it up, and you can do whatever you want to do in this world. That's how I see it. You just have to make the decision. That's all. I love you all. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye. And remember, if you're not in control of your mind, someone else is. Never forget, the queen is green.